Hello Aquarius and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for June the 1st through to the 15th, and we're in your fellow air sign Gemini, and I'm getting this is going to be a really good period for you. In fact, one of the better periods that you've had over the last 2 years, because I get this image of you that you've had this sense, and it's been like over a long period of time where you felt like your wings have been a little bit clipped, like you couldn't quite get, there were either limitations or restrictions around you or some kind of responsibility. Maybe you've been working really hard at something, but this is where I get there's a lightness that's coming. You're able to reach new heights. You're able to rise up. You're able to have a sense of freedom that's coming in this period that you potentially haven't been able to feel or you haven't felt recently, even for a long time. So it's a nice sense of being able to get something off the ground, quite literally, or just to feel lighter, which is a really nice energy to come through for you here, Aquarius. So this reading starts off with the new moon in Gemini. It's starting and activating something new, and that will be around the 31st of May. So we're kind of kicking off with that energy. And just wanted to let you know, Aquarius, that this reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you kind of a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And it's a general reading, Aquarius. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. So, wow. Okay, you've got the Ace of Shells, happiness and abundance. So this is the equivalent of the Ace of Cups. Look at that beautiful turtle swimming through the water, coming home to the sense of the coolness of the ocean and even some of the warm currents that can take them to places quicker than they normally would. So this is kind of where I get this sense of things can move faster. But we're talking about birthing new things in the new moon energy. This is a birth of something that is you're going to be feeling very differently with the Ace of Cups or the Ace of Shells. This is where it can be the birth of love. It can be the birth of joy and healing. It's just a very beautiful energy to come through for you. So let's pull another card to go with it. So, but I just get it's this sense of things starting to flow, which is, a really nice energy to come in. Let's see. We've got the Two of Swords, Venus, Libra, okay, especially where there's been some decisions that needed to be made, where there's also been that you've had to consider a couple of different points of view or another person in particular, and there's been a little bit of like not sure, I'm not sure whether what the right decision is here, or not sure what the right path is ahead. There's been some uncertainty or indecision here or hesitation around stepping into a path, and now I feel like you are joyfully deciding to choose love even, but to understand that this is a path that you're going to love. Like I feel like the path is open to you now, or clearer at least. So yeah, there's a lot going on for you. So let's see. And if there's been someone around you that you've been unsure of, this is where I feel like you get the green light. You get the sense of things are all about to shift and change. Feelings are about to shift and change, and potentially, something could move forward where it was previously blocked. Like we said, the 3 of Wands. The results aren't coming in yet, but you're crowned by the Emperor. They will come. You're crowned by the Emperor, so you're bossing up here. The 4 of Pentacles. The Hanged Man. Yeah, this is stagnation in the recent past. The 6 of Cups. This is a nice energy, restoring balance. Oh, you're presenting as the Empress. We like that. The 5 of Pentacles, you're walking away from old energies. The Hermit, and we have the 6 of Pentacles. I love it. Balance is being restored, which is really, really lovely. And we're going to pull one more, the Magician. And at the base, the 10 of Cups. You're going to be so happy. So this is just a much better feeling. I still think that there is, you've got something that you've been working on here really steadily. You've been building up some really good foundations, and that's why I kind of get it's that energy that you've been putting a lot into, where it's like you had to be really responsible. There were restrictions. Maybe it was to do with saving money, or money was tight, or you're just trying to build a good foundation with something. It doesn't have to necessarily be around money, but I do feel like, Aquarius, that this is where there's a sense of being able to invest more and move forward, which is really fantastic. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune crossed by the Three of Wands. This is where Jupiter is coming in, and Jupiter is in Aries at this moment in time. Here comes the Aries card in your conscious mind. So Jupiter and Mars are both in Aries, which is actually where you're going to be feeling like really motivated to start some big new projects or activated new energies that are coming in. So you want to throw a lot of energy at something. And the Wheel of Fortune is suggesting that things are about to shift and change. Now, even your feelings might be shifting and changing here. The fact it's coming in with the Ace of Shells, how you're feeling about somebody. But it's crossed by the Three of Wands, which is you just get this sense that everything's shifting and changing, or you're changing, or somebody's changing, but you haven't quite seen those results yet. You just know, there's this knowing that this is all about to happen, and you might be wanting to really bring in a big change into your life. And so in your conscious mind, you've got the Emperor energy, and this is where in your head you are bossing up and taking control and being the authority in your life. This is where you're like taking charge. So the Emperor energy is a very strong and powerful energy. It's like determined to make something really, really successful. So this is that Aries energy that we were talking about, that I feel like it's a very compatible energy with you guys. So it's going to actually work well, this determination to bring something to be successful. For some of you, this is where you've had restrictions around red tape, or you've had to deal with somebody, like in your conscious mind, you might be thinking about somebody who's very authoritative, somebody who's very powerful, somebody who could be like a boss, or somebody who might be holding some kind of rules, somebody who makes the rules. So like I said, it's a sense that might be somebody that you're thinking about, and could quite literally be an Aries, but doesn't have to necessarily be so. But at the base, you've got the Four of Pentacles, which is, this is the base. This is what's happening at the root. And the Four of Pentacles is, what are you holding on too tightly for fear of letting go? Because there's something that you're hesitant about stepping into here. There's something that you're kind of have either been unable to make a decision, or you just don't know. Like maybe you want to know that something's going to work out, or you're going to get a positive result. The Four of Pentacles, I do feel like also is that this is where you've built a really good building block with something, like a really good foundation. You've got something solid here that you've made, that you've created, and this could be, something to do with where you're at with your career or your money, but it can also be in terms of where you're at. And it's like, I'm feeling like I've got this solid foundation with my sense of who I am. But this can also be related to a relationship. We've built up something good and solid here, and now it's working out where to go next, because there is this sense that there's this new cycle that's about to start up, which is, the element of water. So around feelings and love. So, or just doing something that you love. So yeah, we've got the Hanged Man in the recent past, and this is where things were kind of quite stagnant, or there was a sense of perhaps needing to really go deep with looking at somebody else's point of view here as well. I just really saying I need to move forward, but I know that I can't move forward unless I really tap into what this other person needs or wants from me, or how they're seeing the situation at least. But in a weird way, that what that's done is sort of created a bit of an impasse, in that it's kind of made it harder to move forward. But yeah, the Hanged Man, I feel like, is just that it felt like things were a bit stagnant, and perhaps there was the need to give something up as well, like that sense of sacrifice, and that it feels like your wings were kind of clipped a little bit, like you couldn't quite do exactly what it is that you wanted to do. It's kind of interesting because the Emperor is actually the opposite energy of Libra. So the Emperor is all about me first. This is what I want to do. And the Two of Swords is, but you have to consider somebody else. And it's kind of like the energy is a little bit like you really need to be considering what you need to do here. Not necessarily you're going to trample over somebody else's feelings, but if you're in this state where you're not moving forward and things are stagnant because you're worrying too much about what somebody else is thinking, or you're worried about like somebody else's reactions or opinions, then if that's holding you back, then it's like time to be assertive and put yourself first. We have in the near future the Six of Cups. So this is kind of like, interestingly, it could for some of you be a really nice trip down memory lane that comes in with the Ace of Shells, the Ten of Cups and the Six of Cups, something back to your childhood. Or if you have children, something related to your children. For some of you, this can be that there are more children coming into your world. So there's births that are appearing or being announced. So this can be children, grandchildren, it can be pets, it can be people birthing anything in their life. So I do feel like there's a really, really nice harmony here, because we've got the Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups all in this line here, which is a very, very beautiful line to come in. So it's this sense of harmony within relationships being restored. And I kind of just keep getting that if I put this down, there's this sense of there's this channel and flow that's coming in, but I kind of getting generations here. You know, if the Ace is the baby, the Six is like children or teenagers, the 10 is like the adults. There's this sense of looking at familial generations that's coming in, which is kind of interesting, but it feels like, there is a nice connection that's coming through around this, or there's some kind of flow that comes in with this, which is nice. But yeah, it does feel like there's something from the past that's being revisited in order to move forward, which is interesting. We have, you're presenting as the Empress. So this is, such a great card to turn up as, because this is feeling very bountiful. It's feeling very generous. It's very feeling like you've got enough at this moment in time. It can be very warm. You've got a lot to give. You've got a lot of love to give. This with the Ace of Shells, a lot of love around you. It's beautiful. This can also be money. It can be feeling like, quite luxurious with the Empress. But I feel like there's this sense of expecting a pretty good outcome with what's going on here, despite the fact that there is, there's not much crossing you in this at this moment in time, but it's like you haven't actually seen the positive, you haven't actually seen the concrete results, even though something's really shifting and changing. But you've got the Emperor and the Empress, like they are two very, very powerful cards coming in. And if this is a relationship, this is a very powerful and compatible relationship that is on the cards today. So in the energy surrounding you, got this Five of Pentacles, which is interesting because it's where you, for some of you, thinking about leaving a job or leaving old ways of managing money or old forms of income. This can be wanting to detach from old belief systems or groups that just kind of don't feel like they're resonating anymore. This can be detaching from friends or just things that just are not resonating in your life anymore. Next to the Hanged Man, there's a sense of needing to give a few things up, or there's stagnation that you're wanting to kind of walk away from here. So there's indecision around this, absolutely, but I do feel like there's just something that feels like there's something lacking in your life at the moment that you're wanting to take to the next level. And so as your hopes and fears, we've got the Hermit card, which is the card of Virgo. And this is the card of going deep within, finding the light within and trying to find the path ahead, because it's kind of interesting at this. It's really weird because it doesn't go from A to B to C, this reading. It goes to A to K to C. So it kind of like you're stuck in this energy a little bit here where you're feeling like I kind of know what I want to change, but I'm feeling like it's just something that's a bit blocked and stagnant, and I want to bring in more of some of the good stuff, not some of the stuff that's not resonating. And I can feel this sense of wanting to bring success and this shift in. Again, it's that sense of feeling like slightly restricted, or like your wings are clipped. Like you know what you want to do, but it's just hard. Like there's just little things inside that are blocking you. And then it's like we just go to this, like what I think that the best thing to do is to connect in with your emotions here in the near future, or connect in with people that you feel really good around, or connect in with energies like going to the ocean, or going to the sea, or going around bodies of water of some sort, or just some, being with people that you feel like there's this, I think you need to get out of kind of this stuck reality for the moment and get into this reality, which is a nice, happier place to be in, however that is. So whether you need to do a day trip away, you need to ring up an old friend you haven't seen for ages, you need to go out on a date with somebody, or you need to kind of just spend a bit of time with those people that you love that make you really happy, or maybe you just need to go see a good movie or go to an art gallery, whatever it is that makes you happy, go for a walk. It's like just get out of this state and go and connect into these really nice energies, however this is, whatever presents. I just feel like go and do something different where you're not thinking about this for the moment, like go to an aquarium or something. It kind of gets you out of this headspace where you can suddenly move from the Five of Pentacles, which is this energy of something feeling stagnant and lack around you. You move to the Six, so you're kind of moving up to the next stage. You kind of break through this gridlock of the Five of Pentacles where it felt like something was murky, and you're now at the Six where you're like, okay, I'm feeling like now I can move forward. Now I know how to do something. Now I'm willing to invest some time and energy into something. This can be gifts of money coming to you with the Six of Pentacles. It can be balance being restored on a particular relationship where it's like, is it what you need? Is it what the other person needs? What is it? But it's a sense that, where the balance of giving and receiving is restored. But next to the Magician energy, this is where there's money being thrown at something. There's money being invested in something for new plans, which is actually really great. So this can come in so many different forms. Maybe you're however this is presenting, but this is either you investing money into something or somebody investing into you so that suddenly something can move forward. So yeah, it feels like the balance gets restored, which is actually really great. And suddenly the resources appear where it didn't feel like they were there. What you needed to move forward wasn't there. And so this is where you're going to be feeling really happy with the Ten of Cups. Okay, so overall energy is your happiness and feeling a lot happier, having overcome this sense of feeling quite blocked or stuck with something and moving on. So like I said, the Six of Pentacles can be gifts of money, but it definitely feels like you're not stuck in this energy anymore, which can feel like worried about money or a lack is coming through, or just feeling a bit blur, like nothing's kind of resonating or working for me. So I think it's a really positive shift, and it's a sense of just moving forward, progressive. You're going to see this kind of progression into the next step, the next level. So this is really positive. Let's see what's coming in. It says, there is no blame. This is your affirmation card. I release the need to blame anyone, including myself. We're all doing the best we can with the understanding, knowledge, and awareness we have. And I kind of feel like that's really connected to this gridlock that's coming here in terms of if there's somebody else that you're needing to consider, or even like other people's opinions versus what you want. And it really is restoring that balance. And like I said, the Ace of Shells, you're going to be feeling so much different. We've got happiness and abundance. Two cards of happiness coming in. These are the two cards of happiness. And we've also got the card of abundance and happiness. So a lot of that coming in. And this is with the Empress energy, is where suddenly this is more about your perception of things as well, that you're going to be feeling more abundant where it didn't feel like it previously, which was actually really nice. So let's pull a charm to finish this one off, Aquarius. We've got beautiful. Okay. I love this because this is the tree, and there is another tree, symbolizes growth coming in, symbolizes growth. There is another tree with a circle around it, which always represents that Saturnian energy of restrictions around growth. I like the fact that this one is free now. You're free to put some time and energy into something that can really grow, whereas it felt like for whatever reason, you knew what you wanted to do, but you couldn't in the past. And now it's like a sense of, yes, this can really move on. Again, with the trees, it is around family as well. So family tree, looking at the generations, going back over old photo albums, going back into family histories, and just an energy that takes you back in time, that takes you out of where you're at in the present. So that is something that for whatever reason, that's kind of the step to getting to where you need to get now. So whether it's like going back and revisiting grandparents or going back and talking to old school friends or however this presents to you, it's, talking to siblings and reconnecting about old times. There's just this lovely energy of old times are going to help you shift and move forward. So it's great because I felt like there's the freedom for you to branch out now, quite literally, and for something to grow. And so, yes, the universe feels like it's supporting you now. And the magician energy is like, now I can manifest something. So it's actually a really, really positive energy to come through. So that's it, Aquarius. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We're going to see what's coming in the near future, this lovely sense of reconnection to childhood or the past, what's coming in. I do feel like this is a nice energy. So if it's not feeling good, I mean, it's just an energy that takes you out of your present, but it's supposed to have a good effect. So I would just connect with something that brings you happiness and joy. And so we're going to look at what's coming in with this kind of really nice energy that's coming through in terms of family in the near future. And then we're going to see where this is going. It's progressed, the balance is restored, there's money or something, money, time or energy that's being invested into new projects, new energies, new starts. So the magician energy is really fantastic. It's gathering resources to you. It's activating your willpower. It's this conscious starting of something new, which feels really exciting. The working out the how, suddenly the resources appear. So where's it all going? I feel like there's the sense of green light, a go ahead that's coming in. And then we're going to see where that's going in the near future and the future beyond, what sort of energies are supporting it, what sort of things are coming in or who's coming in with you, and any other messages you need to hear about the direction of this or how to manage these energies or any clarifiers, digging a bit deeper underneath the surface. So yeah, we're just going to explore this a bit further and go further into the future with it. So that is all in the extended reading. Would love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. And if this is where we're leaving each other, Aquarius, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. And take care.